Today I'm going to show you with a bookend the fourth Ken Suburi. Fourth Ken Suburi, going forward, turn in, going forward, opposite direction and turn in. That's one exercise, and the second exercise is going forward and without the turning is stepping back. The stepping back is extremely important and is what you need to actually practice Kumitachi in pairs with a partner. Unfortunately, with the lockdown, I can't show you with a partner because we're not allowed to practice with anyone. So I just want to show you the exercise, how the hips turn, twist, and how the weapons study actually gives you a lot of similarities, if not a strong bond with taijutsu that we practice in Aikido, Iwama Aikido. So I just want to show you the fourth Ken Suburi, give you some technical points, and hopefully you'll find this video quite interesting. Thank you. Now, the fourth without the turning, fourth Ken Suburi, going forward and stepping back. When you step back, a few things. Ken no Kame. When you step back, you don't do, well, you have to adjust the back foot. And you raise the Ken at the same time. This is a timing. The timing is wrong if you adjust the back foot first, and then step back and adjust. Because in that moment of time, it's 1, 2, it's too late. If it's done quickly, you wouldn't have time. So it needs to be done together. 1. The other thing is, it's a feeling of pulling your right hip when you start with the right foot forward. Pull your right hip. The adjustment of the front foot is emphasized. You see, you don't want to have the foot too much in the air and come back, but a slight feeling of adjusting. When you go forward, it's the back foot that adjusts. Up. The front foot is locked, the back foot adjusts. When it's reversing, it's the front foot that finds the adjustment. The front foot is important because it actually tells you where your positioning is. And you can slightly go more, you have an angle, depending on where uke is coming towards you. So this is quite important, actually vital. If you step back and you have this fixed foot, you're stuck. Step back, you're stuck. It's very hard to turn around. If uke is attacking you at a wider angle you can slightly deviate. Give you that ability to move slightly more. So you do adjust the front foot, this front foot. The back foot becomes the front foot. So there. This is important to do. The next bit is to actually feel the pulling of your hip. This is an important part of it. Grab. Grab. The body shape and the footwork identical with the taijutsu, and the same with the bukiwaza. So here, step back, this feeling, then a Hunko feeling. It's very identical. It's interesting. Ski, 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 ski. Slight deviation, twist, which is exactly what you want. In Aikido, when we step back, we can't, we always keep the center. So, you attack, I'm keeping your center. I'm keeping your center. I don't step away from your center. I've lost it. Now, Ken is pointing here, but there's an opening here. So, in other words, we never create an opening. We keep our partner center all the time. It begins now. The Ken is pointing towards you. Center. Center. And it's very important. When you understand that, you understand a very important part in Kumitachi. Is when a person strikes, you have a person center right from the start. He strikes, he comes to the side. We're pointing the Ken toward the person immediately. There's no sense. This is what makes the Kumitachi and Aikido very advanced, because you learn straight away to keep the Ken to your partner's center. So, what does that tell us? Well, when you're cutting down, you're already cutting him down. And what happens when the Ken goes up and strikes towards you, because you're cutting down, you're deviating the Ken. So the Ken is being deviated immediately and is cut to the center. So one leaves, one dies, in principle. So that is what happens. You cut down and you cut to his center. So the Ken is deviated straight away. Straight away. If we're thinking he cuts and we block, we're just thinking of blocking. So there is a time response that is a bit late. So this is, I think, Iaido. Strike, block, and then here you strike. The problem with this is when you are blocking and you want to strike, we both have at the same time the ability to strike, him included, and we can both cut again. Whereas with a fourth Ken Suburi, going backward, preparation for the Kumitachi, is I'm cutting down already and I'm cutting in. So I'm not blocking and then strike, because when I block, he can also strike as I do. So in other words, the blocking makes you go back to square one. Whereas with the Iwama, when we are cutting down, we're doing the deviation and we're cutting already as one. And that's what makes it very different. Sometimes when the cut is done so fast, we don't have time to cut down, so we just keep the center. And there's many principles that come along, but the point is we're not thinking of blocking. That's not a principle. We're thinking of placing our body in a manner that I've got him already. I've got him already. That's what makes a difference. When you block and strike, you can do the same at the same time. It's very, very important. It's what makes the complete relationship between weapons and Aikido as a very strong bond. And if we don't understand that, then we end up doing something with the Ken that has no connection with the Taijutsu. So going back, it's cutting straight. With the hips, extremely important. I hope I've been able to show you the distinction and why we do the fourth Ken Suburi in that manner, which I'm going to redo again. The other point about the fourth Ken Suburi is when you do a cut forward, it's a full swing. When you draw back, it's half a swing, sometimes less, depending on how you're striking. All you want is just enough to deflect and have a center. Sometimes when it's done very quick, it's that kind of deflection that doesn't allow you to do a full swing. Because if you do a full swing, one, you expose your organs more. Here, I want to keep my Ken in front of me. It's slightly different. The forward one is with the intent to cut. The back one is keep to the center. There's a last one when in Kumitachi you're finishing off. So from, for example, the number 1, first Kumitachi. It's a strike where you're finishing off. So more kind of forward as a finishing off strike position, but it's keeping the center all the time. Center. Keep my center to you. Keep my center to you. This is the principle of Bukiwaza study in relationship or in connection with another partner. Not blending is extremely important. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see any more. Thank you for watching.